We'll um, continue with our presentation regarding hygienic building designs. As you can see, this front slide, these hygienic building products are manufactured by Polisto, Belgium, and of course, we have now included Blucher of Denmark. Okay, Blucher of Denmark. And this symbol or logo, HBSI, is Hygienic Building Supplies Incorporated. So it is the distributor in charge for the Philippines as well as in Southeast Asia. Okay, so what is the origin of Polisto? In 1991, brothers Alex and Ivan Morils created Isoconstruct. This is the logo. At the time, installation of sandwich panels for food industry. Converted from 2010, only service and installation company for Polisto and B Hygienic products. 1996 invention of the Polisto composite curve out of experience in the food construction. First project was installed in a greenfield industry bakery project, La Lorraine. Okay, so here you will see the curve, the hygienic curve, this one. It is installed between the connection of the floor and the wall. Okay, we usually provide here the baseboard, and sometimes we use wood, sometimes we use other materials like this marble slab, cut and grinded, but the problem is some dirt would go in between the crevices between the baseboard and the floor, or between the baseboard and the wall, and later on you will have this dirty living being. No? Okay, so in 1996, Polisto built a first production unit in Temse, Belgium. So this is the picture, and succeedingly, this was the progress of the construction. And in 2010, realization of a new Polisto larger production unit and offices in Lokeren, Belgium, close to the European junction of highways E17, E40, and to the biggest European ports, Antwerp and Rotterdam. Polisto production ideal export location close to 3 of the biggest ports of Europe. Mentioned about Antwerp and the other one, Rotterdam. Okay, and of course, what else? Luxembourg, maybe. Okay, because Brussels is inland, no? Okay. Okay, and of course, Polisto curves have been installed in more than 86 countries worldwide since then. Okay, and there was this public announcement of listeria outbreak by the Maple Leaf President. That's in Canada. President Michael McCain, and it happened in August 23, 2012.
Listeria and other bacteria are common and possibly life-threatening in a badly designed, poorly constructed and maintained food processing factory. 57 sick and 24 dead in a 2008 maple leaf listeria outbreak in Canada. More than 1,000 people were poisoned, including 186 deaths in a South African enterprise food listeria outbreak with salami in 2018. 3 deaths, 5 were seriously ill as a result of a listeria outbreak. Linked to a single serving of Blue Bell ice cream in Kansas, USA in 2015. 1,000 people were seriously ill in Europe and the U.S. in 2012, while 3 victims died after eating smoked salmon infected with Foppen salmonella. In 2024, a nationwide outbreak of listeriosis in the U.S. linked to deli meats, resulting to 9 deaths and 57 hospitalizations. Why is listeria dangerous? Listeria monocytogenes, listeria, is a foodborne disease-causing bacteria. The disease is called listeriosis. It kills 1 in 5 victims. Microbes can survive in the freezer. A listeria can live for years in a food processing factory, contaminating food products. Or it can be found in a variety of foods such as uncooked and processed meat and vegetables, dairy products, cooked and processed foods, smoked seafood.
So, deadly bacteria such as Salmonella and E. coli looks like this. So, remember, in Boracay, it was starting to have this E. coli already. So, so these are the pictures or how this Salmonella and E. coli look like under the microscope. Main sources of listeria according to a study with 10,000 environmental swab samples in high-risk food processing areas for listeria. Number 1, cleaning equipment. So usually the cleaning equipment have a possibility that it would the listeria would be there. No? And in drains, 23%. So drains would have it also. Okay. So in curbs. So in curbs, they can also be there. Walls and floors. Curbs, walls and floors, 17%. So like this one where they remove the curb, and you would see there's this filth inside it. And in cracks, in cracks like these ones, no, you see there's an open portion of the wool, so they would the listeria will present there. Okay, then curbs, wall, and floors. Again, when you see these cracks and the walls and this kind of finish, which has been already eroded, maybe by acids and some other liquids there in the factory. So most possibly your listeria will be hiding in this. No, they will be present in this. Okay. So food production surfaces also. When you produce these meat products, then in the surface, the listeria might be there. And here also, if you have containers and so on, possibility that listeria would be there. So why is the hygienic design of curbs important in the food industry to prevent bacterial contamination with listeria, salmonella, or other bacterial outbreaks? Okay, flexible sealants can deteriorate after intensive daily high-pressure cleaning. Okay, curbs get cracked by impacts of trolleys, pallet trucks, forklifts, dirt, cleaning water, humidity, and scraps can build up in the voids behind the cracked sealants or curbs, creating the ideal environment for listeria, salmonella, E. coli, and other bacteria. So, if your walls and curbs and floors have already these cracks, then chances are this bacteria will be there, no? Like these ones, no? So in here you would see there's a blown up figure here. In here there is a crack, so chances are bacteria will be in there. Also in here there's a crack in here, and this portion with a small torn portion of the finish, okay, and here inside between the curb and the wall would be the bacteria. Okay. Okay, with intensive and hard pressure cleaning, the built-up dirt and contamination with listeria will be lifted and sprayed all over. So when you pressure wash it, the bacteria will just be scattered. So that's the big problem, no? When you just you just allow it. You allow the holes, the cracks, the fissure, the gaps, fissures, etc. Then you are allowing the bacteria to stay there and multiply. This will contaminate the panels, curves, and food production machinery. And when you wash it, pressure wash it, the bacteria will fly. Okay, so here is a picture of a close cross section of the installation, where you would have the insulation panel, the metal stuck bead, the concrete curve, resin render, and the resin flooring. Steel-coated sandwich panels are still the most commonly used way to construct food-safe rooms in Europe. It's fast and easy installation, good insulating qualities, nowadays better fire rating. So that's the usual that we use, where you have the steel-coated sandwich panels. Steel-coated sandwich panels are weak and easily damaged upon impact by pallet transporters, forklifts, movement of machines. Very thin steel layer, about 0.8 millimeter thick, and very thin paint layer 55 to 220 micron thick. So you would see here that the thin layer would soon deteriorate. Steel layer, because it is very thin. Quick corrosion because of the scratches, aggressive cleaning products, acids, blood, salt, chlorides, starch, among others, will damage this finish of the wall. Curves, walls, and ceilings in a room where food is processed must be smooth, non-absorbent, non-porous, corrosion-resistant, non-toxic, easy to clean and maintain, recommended shock-resistant. Okay. So we have here the EHED's guidelines of Europe, Hygienic Design Principles for Food Factories. European Hygienic Design Principles for Food Factories. So you have this Hazard Analysis Critical Control Point. It's ACCP and BRC Global Standards in the US Drug Administration. Okay, and so this is a picture of these EHED's guidelines. First edition is in September of 2014. What to look out for with hygienic cove skirtings. Okay, so you have the gaps like this, then it's time to clean or maintain. Resin cove skirting is very rigid, while sandwich panels tend to expand due to temperature changes, impact and movement. This causes ruptures and tears in the skirting. If water infiltrates the cove skirting, it can end up under the finishing floor in the construction floor. It then evaporates, creating bubbles of high pressure humid air, which causes the floor to break. Okay, so here you could see it in these pictures. Okay. Not a good hygienic cove skirting. Hollow, flexible PVC cove skirting. As you could see here, it uses a PVC which already is deteriorated. For this one, it's a hollow, then eventually it will crack. Hollow spaces behind surface where bacteria can easily breed, and dirt and humidity piles up. Weak and chemically unstable. After a short time, it tends to become hard and break upon slightest impact. Flexible rubber joints are not watertight or chemical resistant. A good hygienic cove skirting solution: prefab full core PVC or composite hygienic skirting. So full core composite hard PVC, water resistant and chemical resistant. Double water barrier by the first barrier and the second component of flexible sealant, and second barrier of flexible water resistant adhesive. Flexible adhesive which allows the wool and the floor to expand due to temperature changes or impacts. Surface finished in a smooth, non-porous, easy to clean, gel coat PVC or stainless steel. Easy to replace. Models Polisto PV8F, PV1 5F, and OP10F FCF. So here is a cross-sectional drawing of the curve and the wall, the drywall. And here is a final finish product or finish picture of a finished work done showing the curve. Okay. What to look out for with hygienic curves? Okay, like here you would see very clean. In here it's filthy, as you would see there are cracks where the bacteria or the listeria would be found.
Bad hygienic curb. Cast or prefab concrete curbs covered with resin. A minimum of joints. Very long installation period, 28 days curing time when cast. Very difficult to apply in a functioning production area. When damaged by heavy impact, water can infiltrate through hair cracks as concrete is porous and absorbs water. It then evaporates, creating bubbles of high pressure humid air, which causes the floor or curb covering to break. If damaged, it must be repaired promptly to maintain hygiene. Cast-on-site curbs are difficult to remove if done regularly. No second water barrier. If the joint between curb and panel breaks, water can easily infiltrate the space behind the curb into the construction floor. Bonding between the concrete floor and the floor material will break due to exposure to humidity and acids in the air.
So here is again a where you have the insulation panel here, then you have the metal stop bead here, and you have the concrete curb, the resin render, and the resin flooring. Okay. Casted or prefab concrete curbs covered with resin. Concrete is aggressive and provokes corrosion. Physical impacts cause cracks, crevices which provide harborage to harmful bacteria. So as you could see, this is a concrete curb, and in between the curb and the wall, you would already see this corrosion and dirt. Okay. Prefabricated stainless steel curb filled with concrete on site. Complex long installation process. You need welding, filling concrete, finishing of joints, concrete curing. Voids behind stainless steel surfaces. Corrosion is a risk in areas with lots of impact. Heavy cleaning products containing chloride, acid, salty condition. A cold bridge can be created when a sandwich panel is installed on a pedestal, provoking moisture on one side of the wall. If the filling holes are not welded properly, water and dirt can enter the curb and create a risk for contamination. So that's the problem here. When you use this stainless curb, okay, the voids here eventually will allow the entry of moisture. Prefabricated stainless steel curb filled with concrete on site. No second water barrier. If the joint between curb and panel breaks, water can easily infiltrate the space behind the curb, mentioned that already, into the construction floor. Concrete is very aggressive and provokes corrosion, difficult to repair and maintain. On-site curbs are difficult to remove if conditions require. Prefabricated stainless steel curb filled with concrete on site. Water infiltration behind the stainless steel surface creates the perfect environment for microorganisms and bacteria to survive and grow. So like in this situation, after removing the stainless cover, you would see filth inside it. So with this and so with this. Stainless steel wall rails and tubular barriers, lots of space is lost between stainless steel tube or rail and wall. Variable distance between wall and tube. And a forklift will easily pull out of the tubes. And floors are quickly damaged. There's still a wall floor skirting needed. Very labor intensive to manually clean, and a lot more cleaning products and labor to be used. Automatic cleaning behind the tubes isn't possible. Walls are not adequately protected, as teeth of forklifts can still go under or above the tubes and rails. An acceptable hygienic curb solution is therefore prefabricated stainless steel, concrete, and polymer composite curbs. Prefabricated polymer, composite, and concrete curbs finished with bonded stainless steel surface can be quickly easily installed. Preferably, systems are more easily removed if required subsequently. Stainless steel shelf can be completely filled to hollow spaces behind the surface. Second, water barrier behind the curb, then difficult to maintain. Although corrosion resistant, corrosion is still a risk in areas with lots of impact. Heavy cleaning with chloride, salty conditions, blood, starch, and other acids. So here is the cross section of that using again stainless steel. A good hygienic curb solution is polysto prefabricated polymer composite curb. So this is now the most recommended solution. Okay. Prefabricated polymer composite curbs are up to 3 times quicker to install than casted concrete curbs with coated epoxy. 2 times stronger than concrete and chemical resistant. Easy to install in renovations of ongoing food production areas. If damaged by heavy product, water infiltration is not possible as the polymer composite is water resistant or water repellent. Prefabricated systems are more easy to remove. First, water barrier made of flexible sealant or a hard 2-component PUK, Hygisil, joint between floor and curb, and a second water barrier created by a line of flexible water resistant MS polymer hard fix glue. So here is the cross section of this polymer, which is now the polysto prefabricated polymer composite curve. So this is now the recommended. Polysto prefabricated polymer composite curves, hygienic curves in an extension of a greenfield project can be with a recess in front to apply seamlessly the cove skirting with the resin of the finishing floor into the curve. Polysto curves can also be provided with a cove skirting included to be installed on top of the finishing floor. Damaged composite curves can easily be repaired with a repair kit. So this is a man shown repairing or installing the polysto prefabricated polymer composite curves. A first water barrier is created by a food-safe sealant or a Hygisil joint. A second water barrier is created by a continuous line of water-resistant hybrid polymer, polysto, hard fix glue. To prevent leakage, the first water barrier should be damaged. So you would see here this sealant that is being used, Hygisil, this red one, not allowing water to enter. Hygienic 2 component POK polymer sealant creates a seamless transition between two wall panels, curbs and floor. Solution for quick deterioration silicone joints. Process is called chemical welding. Extremely strong water and chemical resistant bond between the two parts of a curb, panel, ceiling, and floor. Resistant against high pressure cleaning. Chemical properties are naturally resistant to fungus. Application minimum of 15 degrees centigrade. Not in rooms with high temperature differences. Example, shock collars and freezers in slaughterhouses. If a crack appears, it can easily be repaired. You can see it in YouTube by this. See if we can there. Anyway, so let us watch the video. Anyway, so let's continue on. A good hygienic curve solution is using this polyester prefabricated polymer composite curves. Comparison, compressive, and splitting strength between concrete and polyester composite. So here are the comparisons. Comparison of the average compressive strength. Concrete classes conform, and tensile splitting strength of concrete and the material. So you will see that it's much higher. Okay, so polyester prefab hygienic curves are made of clean rock, a mix of polyester resins, additives, and quartz. So it's time saving, impact resistant, saves money, it's food safe, easy to clean, waterproof, fire retardant, repairable, chemical resistant, prefab system, so easy to install, frost resistant, all possible round colors, finish, and place saving. Okay. Here are the comparisons. Here is the natural, is the Sanicot, and the stainless steel. Polyester prefabricated polymer composite curves impact range. You would see that here it's a PBF 8F 2000 by 80 by 30. Here is 2000 by 150 by 30. And here is 1000 by 53 by 200. Okay, so that means it can withstand all of these. And so with this impact range, again showing them. Okay, impact solutions for extreme impacts of Eurobin trolleys. Shock resistant PE 500 or PE 300 polyethylene leads is installed on the frontal part of hygienic curve where point impacts of Eurobin trolleys are expected. So you would see that whatever is the height of the trolley, then you would install this provision so as not to allow the collision between the trolley and the wall. And here is a polyester PE wall protection ledges, this blue and red. being mounted. And here's another installation where you have a sliding door of a cold room, and you would see how the curves are modified to allow for this door that is sliding. So there are also these bollards provided to protect it. And here is an application. Again, you can watch it via YouTube here. And project references of the Polisto. Here, Marine Harvest, extension of Morpol Ostka in Poland. So, Polisto OP30RV, IP40RV Natural White. So, this is the result of that project in Poland. And Vlevico Colroyd Group, Polisto ICS 50RV, and so on. Polisto stainless steel posts and barriers with installation more than 1 million euro project. And here, KG Foods in Lithuania, IP40F, natural exterior impact Hygiseal. So that's how it was done. And here, McDonald's France, PV15F with Hygisil. Okay, so very clean. Industrial Bakery, Van de Mortele, IP40RBF Sanicoat Hygisil Natural White. So, Van der Mortel. And Poultry Processing Solutions and Hatcheries, AgroSuper, IP40F Sanicoat, PBF Sanicoat. So, here it is, very clean. Chocolate Processing, Ferrero, OP30F Natural White. So, here, very clean installation. Then, Hatcheries, Avia Gen, Polisto OP30F, RV Sanicoat, PV15, PV8F. Avia Gen. So again, you will see very clean installation. Clean and tidy. Then supermarkets, by Kaufland, IP50R, IP40F, IP40R, Germany, Poland, Czechoslovakia, Slovakia, and Romania. That's the Kaufland company there, supermarket. Other very large projects with food multinationals include Coca-Cola in Holland and Thailand, and Unilever USA, and PepsiCo in Egypt and South Africa, and Parmalat in Canada using Sanicoat and Hygisil, and Kellogg in Poland and Belgium. So there you are. Coca-Cola, Unilever, PepsiCo, Parmalat, and Kellogg. Then Inalca in Russia, and Aware Frontera in Holland, Alpro in Belgium, and Danone in Germany, Nestle of Germany also. Of course, there's Nestle in the Philippines. Nordfrost, Germany. Okay. And then, of course, just recently, Polisto was installed in Select Ice Cream, Unilever Select Ice Cream in 2018. And also in Unilever mayonnaise plant in General Trias, Cavite, in 2019, early 2019. And today is being studied by Pure Foods, San Miguel Pure Foods in Cavite. And just recently, Philmico of Tarlac has already made a contract with Hygienic Building Supply for the installation of this system, including the Blucher products. What is Blucher?